Hi, and welcome to Hidden History Files. Are you learning English? Great, let's learn English with a very interesting story. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Let's get started. Introduction. Welcome to our channel. Today we're going to learn about Elon Musk. The first thing that you probably remember when you hear his name is, of course, money, perhaps because he's not just wealthy. He's the richest person in the world, maybe even in history. He has over $440 billion. That amount of money is so huge that it's enough to give $50 to every person in the world and still have billions left. How did he get so rich? Many would think hard work or a great idea. But here's the thing, it's not just hard work or ideas. Millions of people work really hard. Millions have very great ideas, but they don't become billionaires, do they? So what makes Musk different? We will talk about what decision he made to become so rich. But this story isn't just about money, though. It's a story about loving what you do, working smart, and taking huge risks. We're going to look at how a young boy from South Africa became a name known all over the world. We'll learn how his companies like Tesla and SpaceX changed the world. This video will take you on a journey from his childhood to his great plans for the future. It's a story that will make you think about what's possible and maybe even make you to dream bigger. Chapter 1. Early life in South Africa. Elon Musk was born in 1971 in a city called Pretoria in South Africa. It is a beautiful place, but it was also a difficult place to grow up. Elon lived with his family. His mother, May, was a model and a dietitian. His father, Errol, was an engineer. Elon also had a younger brother, Kimball, and a younger sister, Tusa. Elon was a very curious child. He liked to ask questions. He wanted to know how things worked. He also loved to read. He read many books. He read science fiction books, books about computers, and books about building things. He liked to imagine new worlds and new possibilities. When Elon was young, he was very interested in computers. It was the early days of computers and not many people had them at home, but Elon wanted to learn more. He taught himself how to program computers. Programming is like giving instructions to a computer to make it do things. He was very good at it. He was a natural at this school was not always easy for Elon. He was a very smart boy, but he did not always fit in. Some other children were not very nice to him. He was often alone. He preferred to read books, then play with other children. It was difficult for him. He sometimes had problems with bullies. Elon's relationship with his father was not easy. They did not always understand each other. They had different ideas about many things. This made life at home difficult. Sometimes Elon's father was very demanding. He pushed Elon hard. This was not always good for Elon. Elon's family was not very rich. They had enough to live on, but they did not have a lot of extra money. This made Elon think about how he could become successful. He wanted to make a better life for himself. He wanted to do great things. As Elon grew older, he started to feel like he did not belong in South Africa. He wanted to go somewhere different. He wanted to go somewhere where he could learn more and do more. He started to think about leaving South Africa. South Africa had a rule that young men had to join the army. Elon did not want to join the army. He did not think it was right. He also wanted to study in other countries. He knew that he needed to leave South Africa to follow his dreams. He wanted to be free to think and create. He wanted to be an engineer and an inventor. He wanted to change the world. So when he was 17 years old, Elon made a big decision. He decided to leave South Africa. He decided to go to a new country far away from home. He chose to go to Canada. Canada was a new beginning for him. It was a place where he could start his new life. He was excited about the future. He was ready for a new adventure. He was ready to learn and grow. Leaving South Africa was a big step for Elon. It was the end of one chapter in his life and the beginning of another. It was the start of his journey to become the person he is today. It was the beginning of his dream to change the world. Chapter 2. Moving to North America. At 17 years old, Elon made a big decision. He left South Africa and moved to Canada. It was a very different place. Everything was new, from the people to the weather. He went to university in Canada. Life as a student was hard work, but he learned a lot. He studied hard at university in Ontario. He liked learning about science and business. After some time, Elon wanted to study in the United States. He was accepted to the University of Pennsylvania. This was a very good university. He moved to the USA and started his studies there at the University of Pennsylvania. Elon got 2 degrees. He studied economics and physics. These were very different subjects, but he liked both. He was a very smart student. After graduating, he decided to go to Stanford University to study for a PhD. A PhD is a very high level of education, but Elon didn't stay at Stanford for very long. He was not interested in just studying. At 17 years old, Elon made a big decision. He left South Africa and moved to Canada. It was a very different place. Everything was new, from the people to the weather. He went to university in Canada. Life as a student was hard work, but he learned a lot. He studied hard at university in Ontario. He liked learning about science and business. After some time, Elon wanted to study in the United States. He was accepted to the University of Pennsylvania. This was a very good university. He moved to the USA and started his studies there at the University of Pennsylvania. Elon got 2 degrees. He studied economics and physics. These were very different subjects, but he liked both. He was a very smart student. After graduating, he decided to go to Stanford University to study for a PhD. A PhD is a very high level of education, but Elon didn't stay at Stanford for very long. He was not interested in just studying. Elon and Kimball didn't have much money. They worked long hours and faced many problems. Sometimes they didn't have enough money to pay their bills, but they kept going. They believed in their idea. Slowly, Zip2 started to do well. More and more businesses wanted to be on their online maps. They started making money. Then in 1999, a big company called Compaq bought Zip2 for a lot of money. Elon became a millionaire. This was a big success for him, but Elon didn't stop there. He had other ideas he wanted to try. He started a new company called X.com. X.com was a company for online banking and email payments. This meant people could send money to each other online using their computers. This was also a new idea at the time. X.com was a good idea, but it wasn't the only company doing this. There was another company called Confini doing something similar. So X.com and Confini decided to join together. They became one company. This new company was called PayPal. PayPal became very popular. Lots of people used it to send and receive money online. It was easy and fast. Then in 2002, a big online selling company called eBay bought PayPal for even more money. This was another very big success. Success for Elon with the money from Zip2 and PayPal. Elon was now very rich, but he wasn't interested in just having money. He wanted to do even bigger things. He wanted to change the world. He was ready to start on his next big projects. He had ideas about space and cars, and he was ready to make them happen. Chapter 4. SpaceX going to Mars after selling PayPal. Elon Musk had a lot of money, but he didn't want to just relax. He had a big dream to go to space and live on other planets. In 2002, he started a new company called SpaceX. SpaceX was different from his other companies. It was about building rockets and spacecraft. Musk wanted to make it easier and cheaper for people to travel to space. He believed that one day humans should live on Mars. This was a very big and difficult goal at the beginning. SpaceX had many problems building. Rockets is very hard. The first few rockets they made, called Falcon, one didn't work well. They often exploded. This was a very difficult time for Musk and his team. They lost a lot of money, and some people thought they would fail, but Musk didn't give up. He learned from the mistakes and kept working hard. Finally, in 2008, one of the Falcon 1 rockets was successful. It went to space. This was a big moment for SpaceX. It showed that they could do it after this. Things started to get better. SpaceX got a big contract with NASA, the American Space Agency. NASA wanted SpaceX to help them send things to the International Space Station. This was a big success. For SpaceX, they started to build bigger rockets called Falcon 9. They also built a special spacecraft called Dragon. The Dragon could carry things to the space station. Musk's big dream is still to go to Mars. He wants to build a city there that humans need to live on other planets because Earth might not be safe in the future. SpaceX is still working hard on this goal. They are making new rockets and spacecraft that can go to Mars. It is a long and difficult journey, but Elon Musk is determined to make it happen. Chapter 5. Tesla electric cars after starting SpaceX. Elon had another big idea. He wanted to help the world use less oil and gas. He believed electric cars were the future, so he started to think about cars, not just rockets. In 2004, Elon invested money in a company called Tesla Motors. At first, he was just an investor, but he soon became more involved. He became the chairman of the company.